People don't obey force, they respond to emotion. You can tell someone what to do, but the moment they feel pushed, the mind shuts down. And obedience doesn't begin with commands. It begins with how safe a person feels while listening to you. When the brain senses threat, even a small one, it activates defense. And defense kills cooperation. So if you want someone to follow, the first thing you have to remove is resistance. The easiest way to do that is to protect their sense of respect. When people feel their intelligence or experience is being questioned, they stop listening. But when they feel recognized, their mind opens automatically. It's not about agreeing with them. It's about letting them keep their dignity while you guide them. That's why skilled communicators never start with correction. They start with recognition. A simple line like, "You probably already know this, but it seems like option A might work a little smoother than option B. What do you think?" sends a quiet message that you're capable, and I respect what you know. And this is just an example to understand the tone and structure. The tone stays calm and the other person's ego stays intact. From there, direction feels natural. They don't see it as an order. They see it as insight. And that changes everything. People don't resist what makes them feel valued. Once that door of openness is there, the next challenge is action. How do you move someone from agreement to cooperation without sounding like you're taking control? Second sentence works here. In small, low-pressure requests. The brain measures effort before it measures logic. If something sounds small, it feels easy to start. So instead of giving an instruction, you simply invite a short action, something that feels light and temporary. A line like, "Can you help me with something for a second?" creates that effect naturally. It doesn't sound like authority. It sounds like collaboration. People respond because helping makes them feel good. And once they help once, they begin to see themselves as cooperative. That's where the psychology of commitment consistency begins. When we act helpful once, we want to stay helpful later. It keeps our self-image stable. And this is how quiet influence builds momentum. You earn agreement through respect, and you turn that agreement into movement through cooperation. But cooperation alone isn't enough. At some point, you need direction. A way to guide choices without removing someone's sense of control. That's where the third comes in. People resist when they feel cornered, but they comply easily when they feel like they still have a choice. So instead of saying, "Do this," you present two clear paths that both lead where you need to go. When someone hears a question like, "Would you rather handle this now or after lunch?" they don't feel pushed, they feel in control, but the outcome stays the same. They follow your direction. This works because the mind values autonomy, and autonomy keeps resistance low. And when resistance is low, obedience becomes easy, almost invisible. These are tiny shifts, but they shape your life, in business, at home, and even outside of your regular work. Even if you're not trying to impress anyone, the value game is always running. People give respect only when they feel, "I get you." If you talk in a way that triggers ego or resistance, you block progress. But if you speak with understanding and subtlety, people will get your work done faster than those whose approach triggers resistance. Even when their work or intentions are genuinely right, people won't follow or accept them as fast as you. Each step connects to a core human need: dignity, belonging, and freedom. When your words satisfy those needs, people follow naturally. This isn't manipulation, it's awareness. You're speaking the language the human brain already understands. Don't start with what you want. Start with how you make them feel. If they feel safe, seen, and in control, they'll obey without even realizing they've made the choice. That's the quiet psychology of influence in simple words. Now let's quickly recap these three ideas. Respect, cooperation, and choice. Respect disarms resistance. When you make someone feel seen and valued, their guard naturally drops. Their mind opens because they feel safe. Now, moving to the second strategy. Cooperation builds momentum. This is where we start using small, low-pressure actions to create movement. A single act of helping shifts identity. People begin to see themselves as supportive. And once they take that first step, they naturally want to continue. And then comes the third strategy, choice, the most subtle and powerful layer. Here you guide without forcing. By offering controlled options, you let the other person feel free. And that sense of freedom keeps their mind open and resistance low. Try using this framework in your real life and watch how people respond differently. Notice the shift, how communication becomes smoother and cooperation feels effortless. Then tell me in the comments, have you ever tried any of these before? And if this video helped you understand influence on a deeper level, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.